Welcome back one more time to 60 Minutes to Lose on the Sega Master System, a series where we play every game for 60 minutes. I have a bad feeling about this one. Today we have Galaxy Force, developed by Sega and published by Activision. I apologize, that was loud. And it looks like you do get to just kind of, pick your scene. There's a bit of a level select, so that's very nice. Why do I feel bad about this? I know what Galaxy Force is. It's kind of a third-person arcade game, very much in the same vein as Space Harrier and Afterburner, which, while being fine in the arcade, has not historically translated very well to the Master System. So, let's see what we got going on here. Oh yeah. This is what I was worried about. Oh, this is very much what I was worried about. Ooh. Well, I forgot to inform you that this episode may already be a bit of a bust. Oh no. It's every bit as choppy and painful as the previous games. The music's just basically the same thing too. Like, this reminds me a lot of Space Harrier on the Master System. Except, give me 1 second. I need to remap my analog stick to the Master System as well. This is a game I definitely need it for. I feel my thumb turn to hamburger. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, much better. Alright, so, in this game, you fly forward and shoot things. A novel concept, I know. And I assume that we will have to shoot bigger and badder things. Although I don't appear to be dying instantly like I was all the time in Afterburner, so maybe there will be some hope here. But I don't know, this is still kind of making me want to vomit in terms of the presentation. I feel like I've been hit a couple times, but I feel like it's not the end of the world. Perhaps that shield display in the lower left-hand corner has something to do with it. Mayhaps we can take multiple shots? I don't know. Oh, we can also just hold the fire button down. We don't gotta mash it. Very nice. Ooh. Yeah, we took a big hit there. But again, it didn't actually feel like it did anything to us. Uh-oh. It's flashing down there, though, now. You don't ever like seeing your shield meter flash. It's always a bad sign. A good indicator that... Ooh, that was actually a kind of pretty-looking sprite. It's a shame all the sprites are, the way they are. By that I mean moving at a snail's pace. Yeah, shoot all these out of the sky, how about? I don't know if that's a good idea. How do I know they won't just crash into me directly? Did we do it? Did we beat the level? Ah, yeah, this is what I was waiting for. Get ready to puke. Right. Okay. Well, we went right too fast. Game over. It's gonna be one of those episodes, ladies and gents. We can continue, but it's just from the same scene. Yes, how about we immediately get hit by oncoming asteroids and debris? Kind of gives you like a little crosshair when you're about to hit something, I think. But it's not enough, At the very least, it tells you maybe get out of the way. Like, if you see that crosshair directly in front of you, hurry up and find another place to do your business. This is no longer a good place to show off your scholastic book calendar. I know, you want to make sure everybody gets their annual copy of The Sims. I know that's all I ordered from the scholastic calendar. Books, I sleep. Maxis video games? Sign me up for that. Too many asteroids all over. It's better than Afterburner. At least so far. As in, I feel like I can at least pretend like I'm accomplishing something here. Afterburner was all but unplayable. I've actually seen some people come to the defense of the Master System Afterburner port, and that honestly boggles my mind. I'm like, I can't believe there are people who think that this is, like, not that bad. It has to, at least by default, be the absolute worst version of Afterburner, right? Like, I can't imagine it rating anywhere else on that spectrum, at least. If you want to argue that it's not the worst game ever, well, that's fine. I don't think it's the worst game ever. I don't think the Master System possesses the worst game ever. I mean, we still have some games to go. It could happen. But, you know, so far it's been a fairly innocuous games list. Some all-time bangers for sure, but really just a lot of games that just seem happy to be here. They're just smiling, staying in their lane. Games like Cloudmaster, you know? Okay. We don't want to crash headfirst into the wall. Okay, we don't want to... Okay, we had some shield left in us at least, so... means crashing headfirst into the wall wasn't the end. You can't turn too much, but you can't turn too little. There's a lot of finessing that you gotta do with it. By that I mean just kind of little taps. Little taps to the left and to the right. See, even that was too much, and I felt like I did not do a whole lot there. Did we live? We lived. Our shield's looking rough, but we at least completed that stage. Okay. Mission 1 cleared. We actually get a score this time. Look at that. Refit us with some new shields. Is that really... do we really just have 4 levels? We completed that mission. Oh, dude, maybe this will be a cakewalk. Let's find out. Nah, it's probably gonna amp up here. Just like Star Fox for the Super Nintendo. Easy and medium, not that bad. But then you do the hard route, and your entire life is forfeit. I don't know, I think, if nothing else, the presentation is better than Space Harrier and Afterburner. We don't have sprites literally like overriding each other because they're just square sprites. So that's good, at least. That said, I'd be very interested to see what the original version of Galaxy Force plays like. See what I'm missing out on here. Ooh, ooh. Ow. Maybe I should have tried to just go up and avoid going through those flame rings. I'm not sure which would have been the better option, though. Again, I've seen this game be played, but I've never played this game by myself here, so... We gotta reinvent the wheel. Oh, yeah, yeah. You just fly up above the fire rings, and then you're good. Or the rings of fire, if you want the incredibly obvious and tired Johnny Cash reference. No, I was kidding! It's a social distortion reference! I don't think... Oh, our other button does do something. We can shoot out, homing missiles, it looks like. There's too much going on now. Okay, well, there we are. We're destroyed. Yeah, level 2, a little harder, as one would expect. If you can hear me drink with profound clarity, and it disturbs you, good. Oh, well, lost my continue, which means that no longer shows. I always do that in these games. I wait too long to continue. It's alright. If I have to go back and beat it again, I'll beat it at the end of all this. I've already gone through that level once. I've proven it's possible. As I'm sure countless other people have as well. Although, I'm sure the Master System Galaxy Force Let's Play market is not particularly saturated. Call me crazy. Why am I using the D-pad? Ow. Because I hate my thumb. That's the only answer. What if we just stay way up here? This seems to be like the safe zone, right? Oh yeah. This is the safe zone. Look at this. Just fly up at the very top of the stage. Nothing will ever hurt you again. Don't stop firing, though. Ouch. You can still get hit by that, as it turns out. Not sure if that did anything or not. It's like, let's use the other button to fire. Oh. Anyway, vlog time. What else has been going on? Impulse bought tickets to Bongzilla and the Bridge City Sinners. It'll be the first show I've been to in many days. Since 2019, probably. I don't even remember the last show I was at. Possibly The Killers? Which that was more one that my wife wanted to go to. I didn't mind it, of course. You know, everybody likes The Killers. But no, I've been real into the Bridge City Sinners lately. I'm not normally into the whole hokey folk punk thing, but they just hit different. And then of course Bongzilla, you know, a Midwest classic. Especially in the stoner doom metal realm. Ah, come on. You gotta actually turn when the pillars of fire happen. Yeah, what did I say? You have to actually turn. You have to actually avoid them. I don't think we got this far last time. We definitely didn't get this far last time. Ooh. Yee. It's kind of gross, isn't it? Oh, I'm not confident here. See, that's why I'm not confident. That's why I'm not confident. Yeah, it's so hard to get that right. By hard, I mean actually impossible. Oh god, not enough, too much. Your only hope is to just get here with a bunch of shield intact, which I can't do either. Yo! Your only hope is to just do it right, actually. Yeah, this ain't so hard. I'm doing fine, man. Shield bonus, nothing. F. We've done scene A, so we'll go try scene C. Ooh, a nice little waterfall. Perhaps this will be a more pleasant stage. Yeah, good joke. The further you go into a game, the harder it gets. Everybody knows that. Except for Devil May Cry 2. There were like 1 or 2 bosses in that game early on that gave me mild, and I mean mild, problems. But then everything else, I was like, oh wait, you can just hold square and beat the game. Square being your gun button, in case for all you Devil May Cry novices out there. I'm still a novice, I haven't beaten the whole franchise yet. I only own 1 through 3 right now. Which purists will tell you that's all you need, but no. There's more to life than the classics. Besides, I'm pretty sure there is not a Devil May Cry fan on the planet who will balk at Devil May Cry 5. That game got rave reviews from just about everybody. Critic and fan alike. That's when it's really hard, when the critics and the fans like you. Then you know you've struck gold. Alright, frame rate's getting a little worrisome here. Reaching that point where I'm not sure if anything's actually happening. Well, we'll just keep weaving back and forth and firing. And then I'll hope that we hit our tunnel destination real soon. What'd I tell you? It was right there. Okay, now we just need to survive. Dude! Yeah, I'm really kind of excited to go to that show. It's from one of the venues in town that requires vaccination. It was that easy? Incredible. We're not having any problems here. We didn't even have to continue. Got no shield left, so we don't get a bonus, but look at that, new high score. Beautiful. I think the show I'll be most surprised if it goes on is probably going to be the Judas Priest show with Sabaton. I don't really like Sabaton at all, but, you know, they'll be there. If I've got the ticket, I'll watch him anyway, you know, I'll sit through and heckle them and get mean, dirty looks from Sabaton fans all over. And it'll be a good time. No, I won't heckle them, I'm not that big of a jerk. I'll just sit there and think that they're mediocre to myself without ruining everybody else's fun. Because that's what everybody is there for, is to have a good time. It's fun to pick on power metal fans, but at the end of the day, they just want to have a good time too. Judas Priest themselves, though, that I'm gonna be pretty amped up for. 50 heavy metal years, the tour is called, and that ain't a joke. They are old men. They won't be around forever. It's kind of a you snooze, you lose kind of ordeal there. Just like how I snoozed when Slayer came to town, and I've regretted it ever since. Is Slayer's last Minnesota show, and I was like, I don't need to go. And now I'm like, I had to go. I had to go. So that's why I've just been adopting a much more liberal ticket buying policy now, where I've been like, there's a show I think I even kind of want to go to, I'm just going to go to it. Hence the Gwar show. I've never seen Gwar live, but I'm kind of equally going to that for Napalm Death and I Hate God. Also very good acts. I don't know much about Madball, who are also playing there. I'm pretty sure that all of the 45-year-old hardcore OGs from back in the day are gonna, you know, like, dust off their wife beaters and try to do some hardcore dancing, and then I'll be like, get away from me. I'm not a fan of hardcore dancing. Yeah, these levels actually don't really seem to get particularly harder. You know, I was all ready to just, like, disregard this game as being a giant mess and a mistake, but this is really not that bad. Maybe just because I'm in a rather sedate mood. Seriously, I got him some new medication, and I've been noticing the difference. I haven't even been panicking at work, which is normally what I do all the time. My leg's still shaking, granted, but you know, that's That's a small deal. I don't really care about that. Oh, we actually got the shield bonus too, because we didn't take like a hit that entire level. May have taken one. Okay, now we gotta redo level 1, which we should be able to do in a pinch. Just remember, avoid the asteroids beyond anything else. Well, as I said, I'd love to destroy more ships. But, I think the only show I have tickets to that I have like mild reservations for is the Megadeth one. Because I've already seen Megadeth, and other than that, it's like Lamb of God, Trivium, and Hatebreed. Which, I don't mind Lamb of God, and Trivium aren't as bad as people say. I don't really care for Hatebreed, but no, it's just, you know, it's... That one is for sure a prime indicator that my policy is now, if you think you even want to go, just go. I'd talk about the game, but what is there to talk about? This ain't Ys. It's not just a bounty of in-depth content for me to analyze. Analyze, i.e. bring up once. I do have 100 Gex tickets that my wife bought. That'll be a goofy time. And then there's still 2 shows next year that I want tickets for but haven't bought yet. Godspeed You, Black Emperor, as well as Meshuggah, Converge, and Torch. I probably brought all this up before in prior episodes, but you know, hey, it's a nice little preservation of the time, right? We'll all look back and they'll be like, oh, yeah, he did the Galaxy Force episode back when, friggin' Allie and AJ did their comeback tour. I have tickets for that, too, and that's definitely my wife's deal. I'll go with her. She's going with me to Bongzilla. Two-way street, you know? You want them to come with you to concerts, you gotta go with them to concerts. Although I think she's dragged me to more than I've dragged her to. I mean, I've seen Selena Gomez. What does that tell you? Tells you that I am a excellent husband. No, there have been some pop shows that she's dragged me to, like Miley Cyrus. That one was actually really fun. But Selena Gomez, she was actually kind of boring. Like, the sets weren't that incredible. Her performance wasn't particularly charismatic. It was like that one I felt was kind of a bust. However, she was preceded by DNCE, that band that what was it, Joe Jonas started. And they were actually really fun. Was that it? Have I beat the game? Have I completed the video game Galaxy Force? Have I set the highest score of all time? Well, no, definitely not, but oh no! Oh, I see. Hidden level. Of course, I should have known it wouldn't have been that easy. Oh. Watch. There's like 207 levels in this game. No, that wouldn't be. It doesn't have with password saving advertised on the box. I'm a little nervous here, you know? There's a lot of asteroids and a lot of homing missiles. There's a lot of stuff to be aware of right here. Ooh! Ouch! Oof! Got hit! I do think that the shield indicator could be better than just being a color. You know, like, what's wrong with a good old-fashioned health bar? I probably have to destroy this thing, don't I? Which means I have to make much better effort into actually hitting it. See, I saw like a flash of what looked like a xenomorph back there, but this was back in the days when every alien in any video game or movie looked like a xenomorph. Oh, mission cleared. That's it? Geez, just kind of survive and then you're good. What do we got here now? Was that it? That's it! Thanks to your outstanding courage and efforts, far beyond the Call of Duty Black Ops 3, the evil forces of the Fourth Empire have now been completely destroyed. That's actually it. Not only the people of the Juno system, but also every single civilization in this galaxy give a resounding ovation to your achievement. Your name shall be long remembered as the ace of the ace commanders in the Galaxy Force. Unnecessary break. Unnecessary. Well, there you go. The end. That is actually all. I was expecting there to, like, be like a second set of levels. Oh, look! The co-producer and co-coordinator? The coordinator himself? The designer? Look at these portraits. We got... Oh, look at that guitar. You know he's sound. Assistant programmer, Fujita. Very nice. Assistant programmer, Sakata. Assistant programmer, M. Yamamo. Assistant designer, N. Ichikawa. Assistant designer, Y. Yamakuchi. Assistant designer, T. Kawaguchi. Assistant designer, K. Sasuke. Oh, he's cool. Programmer and executive producer, K. Tani. Is that it? Yeah, presented by Sega. Wow, well, we played the entire game, sat through all the credits, and we're not even halfway done with this episode. This is the kind of game that directly spits in the face of the 60-minute format, I would say. You may as well watch the entire gameplay demo, right? See where we stack up. Oh, well, look how smoothly they got through there. We don't stack up as well. Ah, no, never mind, they got hit. Computer's just as bad as me. See, at this point, I'm just like scraping the bottom of the barrel for content. I'm like, let's see if we can't see everything that lives on this cartridge. And that's it. Yeah, wow. Talk about bare bones. You literally get 4 levels, and then like a final boss, kind of. Which I think you can literally just wait out. Or maybe I did shoot him down. I'm not certain. Well, it's not like the worst game in the world or anything, I guess. It's just kind of, you know, it's minimal content, we'll say. Like, dang, if this is how it was in the arcade, this seems like a really easy arcade game. Maybe they made it easier for the Master System, though. Maybe it's harder if you're actually there with the cabinet in front of you. Well, and then, of course, I'm sure if you're trying to actually set a high score, it's going to be much more difficult, because you got to get hits in, you got to play a little bit more aggressively. That's where the challenge really comes in, I'm sure. Trying to master the game, you know? But, I mean, geez. Like, Marble Madness was harder than this. Finally, a game that I can disrespect and not completely get dunked on afterwards. It's all I've wanted. Very nice. Yeah, no. I don't know. It's kind of by default got to be rated fairly low, right? Just for the sheer lack of things to do. I mean, this ain't no Mary Kay Ashley Pocket Planner. See, that's why I really dread the distant future when we do the handhelds. Is all the casual children's games. Which I know, casual children's games exist on home consoles too, but boy, you ain't seen nothing until you've seen the Game Boy Color library. You look at that library and you're like, where are the must-have games? Ah, right. There weren't any. Seriously, the Game Boy Color, for how much nostalgia people claim to have for it, it had a lot of nothing. Yes, it had some classics too. Metal Gear Solid, Ghost Babel, at least that's what it was called in Japan. That's considered an all-time great on it. You wouldn't be wrong about that. That's it, though. No, that was an all-time classic. I would actually argue that Resident Evil Gaiden was a hugely underappreciated game. And then, of course, there were the handful of Pokemon titles that were optimized for Game Boy Color, but even those, barring Crystal, all of those were backwards compatible with the Game Boy anyway. That was the general rule of thumb, was if you had a Game Boy cartridge that didn't bulge out like the Game Boy Color... Oh no, I died! Tragedy. Anyway, if you had a Game Boy cartridge that didn't have like the bulge on top, like the Game Boy Color ones did, but it was a colorful cartridge, the odds were it was a Game Boy Color game that was backwards compatible. The black ones as well. There were a couple exceptions, like Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. I don't think were optimized for Game Boy Color. Donkey Kong Land 1, 2, and 3, I think were just all, as well, yellow cartridges that were not optimized for Game Boy Color. They were just like, hey, it's Donkey Kong, so we'll make it yellow because bananas are yellow. Get it? And by the way, Donkey Kong Land, I'm sick and tired of hearing people call it a Donkey Kong Country port. It's a Donkey Kong Country port in the same way that Super Mario Land is a Super Mario Brothers port. That is to say, it's not. It holds distinct gameplay similarities, yes. That's true. However, level design, totally different. Now, Donkey Kong Country on the Game Boy Advance, that's a port. I also get on my same high horse about when people confuse remasters with remakes. There'll be like a remaster comes on, people are like, oh, I'm so glad that they're remaking this game. It's like, if the graphics are the same, but it's been mildly upscaled, it's a remaster. If the game has been rebuilt from the ground up, it is a remake. If it has not been upscaled and it has not been rebuilt from the ground up, well then it is neither. Then it is a port. Or a re-release. We can just say port. And don't even get me started on a Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm not saying it's bad, I've never played it. But I do know how incredibly different it is from Final Fantasy VII, and that, I think, confuses people even more in the remake market. Because they don't know what to do with that game. They're like, oh, it's not the same. It's like, yeah, it's true. That's almost like a reimagining than anything, even though they call it a remake, but let's be real, it's a reimagining. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you if it's good or if it's bad, because again, I don't know. I haven't even played the original Final Fantasy VII all the way through yet. I do own it, I have it on PS1. We're gonna die again, aren't we? Yep, that was quick. I think level 1 is actually the hardest level in the game. Defying all odds. Stage A is the most difficult. It doesn't really matter, I've already proven my worth in this game. And really, if you're just going for high score setting, you should never continue. If you've already beaten the game, and you just want to see a bigger number on that home page with your high score, don't continue, just new game, man. Because like all games, I can almost guarantee that continuing wipes your score down to 0 while keeping your progress. But guess what? There's not a lot of progress to lose in this game. I was doing some very, very long-term planning. I mean, stuff that you probably literally will not see happen for another, like, 25 years, so don't... But again, I just enjoy talking about it. I was looking at the Game Boy Advance's games list, and it had all of the NES Classic series just, like, lumped into one game, and there's, like, you know, like 30 of them or something like that, and I was like, maybe that's one where I'll just remove them. I know, normally I say, yeah, alright, I'll play ports and different versions of games just to see what the differences are. But that's one, when that happens, I might say, hey, look, if you want to see these games, just go back and watch 60 Minutes to Lose on the NES. It all exists. We have it all documented. You don't need to watch Super Mario Brothers again. You're all familiar with it. Now, Super Mario Advance, of course I'll play that, because those are remakes. To my remembrance, at least. I remember Super Mario Advance 1 being a good bit upgraded and facelifted compared to the original Super Mario Bros. 2. I would imagine the rest of them followed suit, but admittedly, I don't think I ever actually played any of the Super Mario Advance games besides the first. And also, may I say, real bitch move from Nintendo to make the only real official mainstream Mario outings on the Game Boy Advance remakes. Remakes and remasters, whichever you want to argue they are. It's a cop-out, man. Yeah, I know, you got Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and you got Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and WarioWare. There are a lot of great games on the Game Boy Advance. First-party Nintendo games. But it's weird that there wasn't like a, you know, Super Mario Advance that wasn't just a game that already exists. I mean, I get it. They had to sell the merits of the Game Boy Advance and be like, hey, you've played this game, but now it's advanced. This really is the hardest level, isn't it? Or I just don't care because I've already beaten it. Ha! Anywho. Yeah, this game ain't gonna win any prizes from me, but I will at least tell it it's better than Space Harrier and Afterburner. So congratulations, Galaxy Force. Sega clearly figured something out between then and now. They didn't even have to figure this out. I mean, again, this game came out a solid 2 months after the Genesis came out. Sega had nothing more to prove on the Master System, but they did it anyway. Just like how Horizon Forbidden West is still coming out on the PS4, and it's gonna gimp the PS5 version. No, I don't actually think that. The technological jump between late-stage PS4 and early-stage PS5 is at the point of diminishing, like, returns. I don't think we're gonna see the PS4 holding up the technological development of Horizon Forbidden West. We didn't see it happen with Miles Morales. Spider-Man Miles Morales' biggest problem was it felt like it felt like an expensive expansion pack to the first game. It was in the same locale, reused the same map, had the same core gameplay, which I get it, it's Spider-Man, you'll have the same core gameplay, and I get that Spider-Man lives in New York, so what are they really going to change there? But they could have thought of something, you know, whip up a new map, give new reasons to explore, stretch out the length of the game a little. It was short too. I enjoyed it, don't get me wrong. I mean, if it's just more of Marvel's Spider-Man on the PS4, it's still gonna be a good game. And it's like saying, oh, Final Fantasy IX was just more Final Fantasy. First off, how dare you? It's the best Final Fantasy. I will stand by my guns on that one any day. Final Fantasy IX is a truly blessed title. Ow. We have tasted the smack yet again. And if you really want the pointage, you gotta fly directly through those asteroid fields and just get as many hits off as you can. You do get scored on a per hit basis in this game. But if you want to just beat the game, then yeah, just play like a baby and avoid everything. We got way more shield this time, so maybe we'll at least make it through this tunnel. You know what game series we need back? What franchise must be at return to us? Armored Core, man. If you didn't like Armored Core, you don't like me as a person. But no, Dark Souls sold to us. Now From Software is like, now we can only make Dark Souls. And Dark Souls clones. I like Dark Souls too, but they took my boy Armored Core away from me. Hey look, we made it through the level. I'm feeling a pretty spicy score coming on too. Look at that, 140 times 400. Good points! Oh dude, that's like a considerably better score than my first run through there. That's how you do it. You just gotta play with a little bit of gusto. Play like you've just done an entire line of cocaine. I wouldn't know what that's like. Kind of a predominantly substance-free lifestyle. You know, I take my medication that I need to feel functional. And I'll have the very occasional drink. I have a full bottle of mead that I have yet to crack into. I was gonna during my days off. But I was like, it doesn't feel like it's time yet. Oh, no, no, no! The flame columns. I do love mead. Absolute top tier alcohol. The one issue being that it's not horribly popular in these parts, so it can be kind of difficult to find. Find yourself just a regular bottle of straight honey mead. That's not so hard. I know a few places I can get a bottle of that, but you want to get your slightly more fancy boutique stuff, like perhaps a raspberry mead or something like that. Then you got to do a little bit of digging. Oh yeah, yeah, get those hits. Get those hits. Now I saw in the demo they were using the other gun by pressing the other button on the controller. I am ideologically against that button. We don't press that button here. We just score as many individual baby hits as we can and rack up those points, baby. But now we get back up to our safe spot because I'm the baby, as it turns out. I don't know when the flame columns start coming up big again, but I know there's a point where they return in a big way. very shortly, probably. Because these levels aren't that long. I feel like I've been here for a little bit of time now. Ah, yeah, there they are. Well, there's one. Yeah, look at that. Dodge 2 of them. Man, I got hit by like all of them my first time through. Oh, okay. Still got hit by one. Is that the end? Yeah, that's the end. Good. Good. There we go. Yeah. Every time I make it through a series of turns and I don't hit the wall, I hear the angels sing. It's a true hallelujah moment. You gotta I was gonna say, you gotta just kind of rock it back and forth, you know? That was not perfect. Only right turns. We're actually just driving in a big circle in this cave. Ow. Okay, we're fine. We made it. Green shields, not half bad. We'll get some kind of shield bonus at the very least. 59 hits. That's a mediocre amount right there. How are you going to destroy your previous best if that's all you can pull out, man? I know, I played like a baby that round. I'll admit it. Ah, the jellyfish. Yes, how could I forget? I don't want to get hit by all of them. But we're probably going to take a couple hits anyway. In the pursuit of points, we do what we must. And what we must do is put our lives on the line and go for unnecessary shots. Like right... Ouch, ouch, right there, got double hit. We're not in green shields yet though, so clearly we're fine. Once we're in green, then I start worrying because that means we'll get close to red, and then once we're in red, well, I'm gonna tell you what happens then. Then we wind up hitting the wall 50 times in the follow-up section. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, man. It took us longer than usual to hit that point of the episode, though, where I just start mashing words together and hoping that a sentence comes out. Don't worry, man, I wrote the book on how to be a successful YouTuber. That's why I have more points... more views total than I got on my first paycheck. By that I mean dollars. The analogy kind of fell through at the end there. I don't know if it ever meant anything to begin with. Oh, no! We're in that in-between greenish-yellowish period. Bad stuff. Oh, no. We gotta survive the tunnel now, I'm worried. It's a beautiful little waterfall, but death could very easily come for me here. Just wanna maintain expectations, you know? I have a very promising career in management. Yeah. Because I cannot execute, but I can delegate. Dude, it always drives me nuts when people are like, oh yeah, I'm not really good at I like delegating. I figured I'd game over. It's fine. It's like, oh yeah, wow, you're really good at telling other people what to do. Shocker. I'm like that too. Who would have thought? Let's see, continue. Our points are gonna be gone, right? It doesn't tell me outright. We'll finish this level and we'll see. I can almost guarantee the answer is yes. There'd be no reason for them to give you a continue option and then let you keep your points. That would be a farce. Something you would learn at clown college. My apologies to all legitimate clowns out there who have tenured, respectable careers as clowns. I'm sure you all spend your evenings watching Galaxy Force playthroughs. I don't blame you. it's of a higher kind of calling, you know? Anybody can sit around and watch Pawn Stars. It takes a special kind of individual to sit down and watch Galaxy Force, though. I have not specified if that's good or bad. No, no. Sincerely, anybody who watches these videos, especially up to this point, big, wide thank you. You soothe my brain. For anybody who is still watching this who is not a regular, I would strongly suggest just dropping a quick little subscription. It's harmless, it'll let you know when a new video comes up, although spoilers, it's every day. Unless something catastrophic happens, which could, I guess. No one's saying that I can't have a heart attack tomorrow. I didn't say have a heart attack and die, you know, just like have a heart attack and go to the hospital and then be fine and then recover and live a long life. I don't want to die, you know. I got too many games I have yet to document on this channel. And that's really what's keeping me going. Well, we made it that time. Man, why was the last attempt such an issue? And here we go. Score? It's gonna start from 0, right? Well, yeah, it did. It pretty much did. So yes, if you're going for high score and then you hit continue, you're pretty much intentionally gimping yourself. You really do just want to hit new game. Can you just, like... Hold on. I'm just gonna go in here and see if you can, like, reattempt... Nope. Okay, well, that answers that. You cannot reattempt missions that you have already done. You can't just grind the same mission over and over to gain points. You have to do this all the legitimate way. Makes sense. I understand. Man, you really can just shoot tornadoes, can't you? Pretty incredible. Yeah, no, props to them for making this better than the other attempted 3D arcade games. It's, you know, it's no Wonder Boy 3. It's no Shinobi. It's no Beast. Heck, it's not even Great Baseball. Taking some hits here. Taking a fair bit of damage. I'll deal with it. But then I'm gonna get my hits on those tornadoes. Oh yeah, the frame rate. The frame rate is feeling great. I didn't try to make that a cute little rhyme. These things just happen naturally. Blinking red, you know, I don't remember being a scaredy cat about that kind of thing, so, go hard is what I'm saying. However, now I'm scared. I'm a little worried now. We're gonna fly through the tunnel of love once more and hope that we don't perish. See, these turns, I was gonna say they aren't so bad. You can make these easy. And then I just biff it. Well, got destroyed by a rogue bullet. You hate to see it. felt like I was making some good progress score-wise. May as well continue now, right? Yeah, I'm kind of over it. Over Galaxy Force in general. I'm hoping that our next game will be a little more exciting. I know we got one game coming up in like 2 attempts that is apparently just really bad. I've heard from reputation at least. Very bad and very rare, which is a vile combination. You hate hearing about games that aren't even good, but they go for like quad digits on the aftermarket. So you're like, what are you people paying for? I don't know. For the pure purpose that there weren't a lot of them, doesn't mean that it's inherently valuable. But I guess value is pretty much subjective. Value is whatever we decide it is. Because, you know, that's kind of currency too, you know? If humans were wiped off the planet, there would no longer be a need for currency. Currency wouldn't exist. It's all just a construct. That doesn't mean you can just, you know, ignore it. You can be like, hey, some guy on YouTube said it was a construct, so if I just don't believe in it, then I don't have to utilize it. It's like, no. Believe me, I wish that were true. I wish you could just will something out of existence. But, your own personal philosophies are not going to, remove all of your bills. And I would have to assume that you like having heat. Unless you're in a hot climate, then I would have to assume you enjoy having air conditioning. Heck, you enjoy having a roof above your head at all. Which is another thing I would say. Maybe we should consider housing to be kind of a basic human right. Anybody who tries to argue otherwise, I'll say, okay, go ahead, survive a full 4 seasons without a house. Tell me how it's working for you. And then it'll be like, oh, turns out I made that bet with Bear Grylls. My mistake. And he says it's easy. Hooray, we beat the game again. So we were able to beat Galaxy Force twice in one sitting. Which means you get to look at the credits again. Because, no, wait, that's right, there's the final level. How could I forget about the final level? I don't have time to even finish the final level, but, you know, we'll play as much as we can. If I weren't goofing around earlier, I would have gotten 2 full playthroughs, but 1 playthrough is fine enough with me. Most games, we don't wind up finishing, so, you know, it's always a little bit of an event when that happens. Oh man, we're getting bopped around by these asteroids. Shame we lost those points we got from stage 1, because we really racked up the respectable amount of points there. Oh wow. Well, turns out we beat the final boss much quicker than our first attempt there. Now that might be a level where if you really do have to destroy the final boss, you could maybe just schmooze around and shoot asteroids forever and racking up points that way. I could see that working. The question is, though, why would you want to? It doesn't seem like the most enjoyable way to go through a day. Your fighter plane has been badly damaged. You should not be satisfied with such a situation. Wait, this didn't happen before. Without using the continue feature, try to reach here again. I see. Along the way. Okay, well, that's time. You know, wonderful new experiences. That's not true. It's the same game with or without the continue button. Interesting. If you use continue, they're actually like, shame on you, you idiot. All right, well, that's Galaxy Force, which wraps up 1989. We're going to rank the last 6 games we played in that last section of 1989 here. From worst to best. Worst, it's Galaxy Force. Not the strongest showing. Not particularly incredible. Beyond that, Cloudmaster. A very middling side-scrolling shooter, I would say. Above that comes Captain Silver, a game which kind of started to win me over in the end, actually. Captain Silver was not all that bad. Casino Games is above that. Again, I feel like I'm way overrating it, but it did what it did well, and that's all that matters to me. Above Casino Games is Spellcaster. Didn't love the adventure portions, but it was an ambitious enough game that was playable enough to where I thought, hey, why not? We'll give you a good spot. And then the best game of the bunch was, of course, Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap, which was just a great game no matter which way you slice it. Therefore, we have our overall 1989 rankings. I haven't done this before, but I'm going to start doing it because it's just more rankings and numbers to give you, and I think that that's fun. Hold on, though. I have to just quickly decide where I'm going to put Galaxy Force. Yeah, we're going to put it right there in a very disrespectful spot. Right there. Ah, yeah, that's doing numbers. Okay, your top 10 worst games of 1989, in my humble opinion, after 60 minutes of exposure. Number 10, Poseidon Wars 3D, the one with the ships. It was interesting, but not that great. Number 9, Rastan, which I feel like I'm disrespecting a little bit, but I wasn't feeling it while I was playing it. Number 8, Reggie Jackson Baseball. Not awful, but not the best baseball game on the system, and certainly not one of the best games of the year. Number 7 is Lord of the Sword, which was... that's where we start to get kind of bad outright. It's just a lot of wandering. Didn't love it. Number 6 is Altered Beast, an inferior version of a game that is probably already highly overrated. Number 5, King's Quest, Quest for the Crown. I did play the entire game on PC with a guide, and I gotta say, I don't think the Master System version even functioned properly. There were things I tried to do that I just couldn't. Number 4, Galaxy Force. You just saw it. Number 3, Alex Kidd, High Tech World. An insulting game. has some charm for sure, but as a game, not fun. Number 2 is Alf. Even more insulting. And then the worst game of 1989 for me was Vigilante. I know some people actually, turns out, like Vigilante. I couldn't stand it. It was the worst experience of 1989 for me. On the other hand, though, our top 10 games for 1989. Number 10 is Captain Silver. Yes, it actually found its way on the top 10. Pretty cool, right? Number 9, Time Soldiers, which was a perfectly fine run and gun. Number 8 was Bomber Raid. Not the greatest shmup I've played, but honestly, a good enough time to make the list. Number 7, Rampage. Still like it. Number 6, Casino Games. That's right. It's on the top 10. Number 5 is Spellcaster. Number 4, California Games, which I thought was very fun. Number 3 is Psycho Fox, which was a delight. Number 2, Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap. And then number 1, I put in Ys, The Vanished Omens, which was truly the shining beacon of light in the year 1989. That was the game that I was really feeling the absolute most, and I would love to play more of someday. Anyway, you know, stretch out the video length on this episode, give you something extra long by just rattling off lists for you. It's completely subjective. None of it matters. The next time we see each other on the Master System, we will be playing Aerial Assault. I don't know what it is. This is also where the chronology gets a little bit off, because a lot of these games from 1990 are not properly documented with their release dates, so this is all going to be slightly off, but we'll deal with it. Join me next time